emotionally, but certainly I listen. Mike Thomas wants to be out here. He wants to help this team win games, and that's his whole mindset and his whole purpose. And he's extremely driven to be able to do that, and I think this was a good step in the right direction. So we still, we still got some things we got to get accomplished. But it was good to have him out here on the first day.
What's the process going to be just for ramping him up? Is that just going to be kind of like a gradual build throughout camp?
Yeah, we kind of have a little process that's mapped out. We'll have to be ready to be adaptable, but I think overall, there'll be a slow progress to kind of ramp him up and get him ready to participate in team activities and things of that nature.
How important is he to what you all want to do? I mean, as a defense coordinator, a guy like that in an offense.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's proven that he's one of the top receivers in our league when he's able to be healthy. And so I think it's important to have him. He's another one of those weapons that we've kind of counted on and kind of planned for. And so I think he is important to our team.
Dennis, when you say this, when you look at Taysom, he was up back on the front coverage. Do you see him maybe playing all special teams, even maybe returning kicks?
Look, I'm not going to rule anything out. Like I said yesterday with Taysom, I mean, I think he could, pretty much do anything he really wants to do, and so that's part of the role that he's been in. He's effective in that role for us, and so we're going to utilize him in as many roles as we possibly can.
When you say this was part of your design with Michael Thomas, is that the original, almost since the November surgery, was the expected time?
Well, the hope was that he would be ready to start training camp. Now, to what level he would have been ready to start, we didn't know the answer to that. But as the picture became clearer and clearer, we felt like this was a possibility, and we had a chance to evaluate him a little bit this morning. He felt good. We felt good about it, and thought it was important for him to be out there with the team.
How do you think Jameis looked out there today?
I thought he looked good. I mean, obviously you're just coming right off the practice field, so there's still time that we got to go in and evaluate things. But I thought overall, he did a nice job. I thought our offense got in and out of the huddle. It was crisp. There wasn't a lot of repeated plays or anything like that, so that's always a good thing.
Have you decided, is he healthy enough? Is he going to play this season?
We're not even to that point yet, you know what I mean? But I do like where he's at right now.
Yeah, the pads on the helmet, is that something new?
It's a league mandated. We voted on it in the spring, and it's really a precautionary measure, try to help against concussions.
Is this for like the interior lineman?
Offensive line, defensive line, tight ends, and linebackers is mandatory.
Coach, how do you think Marcus May looked out there today? Marcus May.
Look, for the first time of him really practicing football in a while, I thought he did a good job. He's another guy. Look, with all these injured guys or guys coming off of injuries, there's a process that you have to go through to get yourself back. But I thought it was a good start.
Dennis, I mean, maybe not that long ago, a guy having an Achilles injury in November, we kind of rule him out to be out here right now. What could give you his confidence that he'd be kind of ready to contribute, even though
Well, you're just going off the information you're gathering from the doctors, and we felt good about that decision. He looks good as we sit here right now, and so we're just going to keep progressing with him.
Is that stuff like healing faster? Are you noticing that now? Are the guys coming back from that sort of stuff faster than?
Well, look, I think everybody's healing faster from a lot of different things. Right. I think that's just the way modern medicine is now. It's the way these athletes take care of their bodies. I mean, I just think I don't know if evolution's the right word or not, but I mean, I just think that's part of the process.
Dennis, at any point today, maybe even before practice, did you take a minute just to sort of drink it in, the first practice, what it means to you?
No. Not really. I mean, this is about getting a football team ready to go play a regular season and win football games. And so I didn't really think anything about myself or anything that was going on around me. It was just kind of tunnel vision on how do we get better. And you know what? Here's the thing. That's the message I'm preaching to our players. And if I can't adhere to that message, then, what good is it? So It's really is tunnel vision, one step at a time. All those cliches that you think about, but they're real, and it's the way you get better in this game.
Could you give us the update on status?
He was ruled out with an injury. We're really not going to just really kind of get into a lot of these injuries, what they are, timelines, or anything like that. But hopefully it's nothing that's going to keep him out too long.
Dennis, how do you feel progress of Peyton Turner back out there again?
Well, I mean, it's hard to use the term progress. I mean, the fact that he's out there, I guess I would say that that's progress. But I know he had one really nice rush coming off the right side, and I know he's worked extremely hard throughout the off season to get himself in position and ready to participate. And so we'll evaluate him as we go through. But again, he's another guy that it's good to have him out there.
You mentioned yesterday that you guys have a lot to work on. What specifically do you want to work on?
The list is way too long to name off everything right here. Yeah, look, number one is get ourselves into football shape. That would be the primary thing that we've got to be able to do. We have to develop an understanding of, what we're doing scheme-wise, offensively, defensively, in the kicking game, and then how do we develop the skills and the techniques that we're going to utilize to be able to do our job. And that's really what, training camp's about.
We did base today. So for rookies like Olave, Penning, how many times have they been through this? The installation when they're rookies and when they got here.
Well, so as a rookie, you get an install in rookie camp. You get another install of it in the OTAs and mini camp, and so this is really kind of their third time through of getting the same install. It's I think that's the best way to do it. It's like just repetitive action, and then hopefully we see what sticks and what our guys can do best and put them in those positions.
Is it fire hose, type of information? I mean, you're not going to slow down for them, obviously. The rest of the team.
Well, we can. You know what I mean? Like, the players would tell you, like, it's their job to know what to do. And so everybody learns in different ways, at different speeds. But as a professional football player, it's your job to know what to do. It's our job as coaches to help you figure out how to do it better. And that's kind of our philosophy. Good? Okay, guys, appreciate it. We'll be outside again tomorrow.
Back at it, right? Gotta love it. Good to see y'all faces. Yes, we are back. First day, great day.
Jameis, how do you feel this first day? How you are from?
Blessed, man, and grateful. Grateful to be back out here with this team. Grateful for another opportunity to come out here and play some football.
Do you feel like incremental improvements in the knee?
Oh, absolutely. It's still going to be a progression. But, man, I work my tail off, and I'm going to continue to do that.
Getting Mike Thomas out there today, look, you smile as soon as I said the name.
We got some people, Taysom, Mike T, who did an incredible job rehabbing their tail off to get back out here and be with us. And they showed out. It's just good as a quarterback, having weapons like that to help you win is a beautiful thing.
How much would you say you progressed since the last time we saw you in minicamp? How much?
I would say I just got more explosive. I was good. I was ready to go right then. But like I said, it's a progression. The healing process really never stops. But I feel stronger right now. But with practice increasing, I know I got to harp on a couple things and continue to build.
Jameis, there was kind of a soft suggestion that you might do a pitch count at some point. You're a guy who likes to work.
No. I'm sorry, John. No. That's not going to be the case.
James, what's the process with you and Mike been like behind the scenes just over the last year, just relationship building? Have you guys been talking to each other?
Yeah, I mean, we were in similar situations, right? We wanted to be playing and we couldn't play last year. So I think that parallel relationship helped us grow together. We were on the same page, right? And now it's just time to go out there and ball together. And he's worked his tail off, and now we got the opportunity. We're all in-house, so let's do it.
And for you, is there anything different about the feel of just coming in here knowing you're the guy? Like, can you play looser in camp?
No. You just be grateful for the opportunity and go out there and play your best football.
Jameis, what was your mindset like, coming off that field, Tampa game and off-season to get to this point for you?
Just work. Everything's happened for a reason. God has never failed me. I got to stay obedient. I got to stay faithful. And I got to give it all I got, and that's what I've been doing, and it's not over yet, right? It's just one day, but I'm grateful for this day, and we're just going to keep stacking it up.
James, what have you kind of learned through this process?
Just stay obedient, stay faithful, right? Just keep pushing. Never give up. My dad taught me that my whole life. Never give up.
James, when you're building like a rapport with a receiver, what are you looking exactly to build there? Is it like timing? Is it just kind of knowing?
Just knowing his body, knowing his angles, knowing how he gets in and out of breaks, developing a trust, meaning that he's going to be where I want him to be. Like, what's his feel like? Is different speeds, right? Like, what is he like versus press, right? Like, how is he when a guy is driving on the ball? How is he when he contested catches? Like, all that goes in, right, in terms of a trust factor.
Yeah, and then that way, like you know what he's like on a contested catch, and that manifests itself on game day. Then, right? Like,
yeah, well, you visualize. I'm always visualizing success, but it's an element of trust where it is what it is. Different guys do different things better than others, right?
Is it easier to build a rapport in the passing game with Taysom now that he's working more with the tight ends, and you have more of a kind of reps in that?
When you have players like Taysom that literally can do anything that you want him to do, like, you just got to trust in him that he's going to do his job, right? And having him in the quarterback room and then him going to catch, passes last year, like, I knew he was going to do his job. So when a guy works like that, right, like, think about his rehab. Like, he got hurt the last game, and he came back. He's back out there with us now, out there balling, right? So when you got special guys like that, man, you just got to, cater to them, right? Whatever they need, whatever they want, that they're going to be doing the right thing at the right time.
I know it's kind of early, but what are some of the things that stand out about Chris Olave and just working out with him this summer?
He's just smooth, and I classify it as like he's already a pro. I don't want to do comparisons, but I had Chris Godwin in Tampa, and like Chris Godwin, you could just see in his eyes that he came in, he already was a pro, and I see that in Chris. Like, the moment isn't too big for him. He's just an excellent player. He works his tail off. He's smooth. And he can run, and we always like that.
How much time did you spend with him and the other guys? Was that a week,
3 days, right? I didn't want to tax him out, man. That was for togetherness, right? That was for us to get together, bond together, get some work together, go over a few details, right? That's why I had the other quarterbacks there, right? That was for all of us, man. It was for us to be in the heat in Miami, right? How can we kind of get that same feel, but actually have a beach to go to after we work out, So it was fun, but we got some great work, and we got better.
Have you done that before in the offseason, getting the guys?
I haven't done it to that extent. I typically, I have 5 to 7 guys, but I felt the need to get everybody, right? Why not? I didn't finish the season with them, man. So I was anxious to get around everybody and get us all together and go, right?
But James, to that point, Coach said that he wasn't too much concerned about. He was more concerned about the team being back, not too much about him being in this new role. Did today feel different for you under him?
No, man. No, I believe he's definitely a leader of all of us. He's been doing an excellent job. My job isn't to judge him. My job is to do what he says and fight for him. And in the way that he approaches us, the way that he leads us, we got all faith and belief in him, and we got his back regardless.
You mentioned some minor restrictions this spring, rolling out and things like that. I mean, is it everything now?
One restrictions, I wasn't able to do them because of the process.
Right, that's what I mean.
I still did some of them, but I wasn't able to do them. Right, but no, everything's fine. I'm up and rolling. I was out there running today. Everything feels good. I mean, you can ask the guys. I think I had the highest miles per hour on the conditioning test, so I know I got faster. So no, I'm excited, man. But it's just one day. But like I said, man, I'm grateful. Right? I'm grateful to be around y'all. I'm grateful for this opportunity because it's special. This place is special because everyone here is family. You know, just to see everyone's faces, even you guys, right? Like y'all are family. Like it's all a part of this whole thing. So I'm just grateful to have that.
Jameis, how has it been working with Ronald Curry, and especially with his new role at passing game coordinator as well?
Well, nothing has changed for me. You know, Pete and RC have been in the room with me. You know, they were leading me last year, and ever since I've been here. My first year I had Joe Lombardi, but man, one thing I love about RC, man, he's smooth like Chris Olave, right? Nothing gets too big for him. Like with me being a high energy guy, I think it really compliments me when I got somebody that is patient, that is just, you know, whatever he says, you better listen to it because he's gonna mean what he say, but he's not gonna say it, you know, in an animated way. He's gonna say what he say. He's gonna mean what he say, and he's very detail oriented, and I really love that about him.
James, Dennis said that we'll decide in a few weeks if you play in the preseason. Do you want to play in the preseason? Do you feel like you need to, or do you feel like?
Yeah, I want every opportunity that presents itself for me. You know, of course I want to play football. Like, of course, it had to be rhetorical. But you know, I'm gonna do what my head coach says. You know, because it's for the team. It's bigger than me.
When's the last significant injury you've had to rehab like this?
Well, probably my thumb, 2019, when I broke it the last 4 games. Just had to rehab that and had meniscus. But this knee was the biggest injury I had in my life, right? And that was challenging, but I got better from it, right? I like I say, I'm thankful, right? I'm grateful that I'm able to be healthy, be back among my teammates, and play the game that I love.
Keep growing the hair out?
Yeah, I'm not cutting it into game 1. I'm gonna make a decision game 1. I'm not even thinking about my hair, right? I just want to look presentable for y'all, right? I don't want to have my hair everywhere. But you know, you catch me 10 days in camp, you know, who knows what my hair gonna look like.
Well, I know it's time. Is it tied though to your injury rehab?
I'm just not cutting it until I step back on the field, right? You know what you say? It's like the pain in the hair. No, I'm just not cutting it until I step back on the field, man. That's something that I held on to, you know, despite all this, you know, my rehab pushing through, and I say like, hey, I ain't cutting my hair. I got an edge up there.
What areas of your game did you kind of hone in on for, I guess, tangible improvement?
Well, the biggest thing is just really the quick game, the 3 steps. Just because in the beginning of my rehab process, I wasn't able to throw the ball downfield. So I was able to get some great work, especially early in the rehab process, because that was the only thing I could do. So I really focused on that just to get more accurate in the intermediate game.
James, now that he's actually on the field, you're throwing passes to him. How do you feel like Mike helps your game? How do you feel like your game might help him? How do you feel like you fit together?
Well, we are ultimate competitors, right? He's a perfectionist. And that helps my game because I can put my trust in him, and he can put his trust in me because we know that we all in, right? I know he's one of the greatest receivers to play this game as of this date, and he's missed 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, the facts don't lie, right? So I know what he's capable of. Now, we both just got to get healthy and work together, right? We got to build that rapport, and that's going to happen with this experience, with him being able to be out there and do as much as he did, and me being able to just see him and work with him.
Time for one more.
Hi.
That's a lot.
Have a good one.
You too, James. Good. How you doing?
How did it feel to be back out there?
Man, I'm kind of lost for words. I didn't want to come up here and get emotional or anything, but it was a blessing to definitely be back out there with the guys, being able to put my hand in the plow and just be out there to perfect my craft and compete and encourage guys and get ready to help DA win some games.
When was the decision made for you to actually go out there today? Because as of last night, it looked like you weren't, right? Like, when was that decision?
I mean, me and the coaches, you know, me and DA, we had a meeting yesterday. Mickey, they told me what they were expecting for me to do and what they needed out of me and what they needed to see. So we had a, you know, like a workout in the morning or whatever. They wanted to see how I moved. And I passed my test, and they allowed me to come off PUP.
Someone that's as competitive as you, people probably don't appreciate how hard this probably was for you behind the scenes. Just what was it like the last couple of years of just having to not play?
I mean, I'm always up for a good challenge. I mean, I feel like life is, you know, you're going to run into some challenges, you're going to run into some adversity, but I always was taught it's about how you respond, how you come out on the other end, and I took pride in that challenge. I'm still working day to day, put in a lot of work behind the scenes. And just, stay consistent, stay honest with yourself. I love playing this game, and just to be back out here is a blessing, and just keep putting my foot forward and keep coming out here and competing and getting better.
Did that challenge ever get hard on you? Was it ever trying, or were you able to kind of remain positive throughout?
It's sometimes some ups and downs, but I have a strong mind. And I feel like I took the challenge head on. And I feel like, I'm here now and I'm ready to keep getting better and excel in my game.
Like, what some people did you talk to help get you through all this?
Oh,
that you had to kind of lean on?
Probably anybody that had an ankle injury, from Travis Kelce to who else? Zach Ertz, Steph Curry. The list goes on and on. I was diving deep into it. And then, I had never had like an injury in my career or like anything like this. So I feel like it was just the hand I was dealt and I had to play my part.
How far away are you from where you want to be right now physically?
Oh, I'm always trying to get better. Even before I got injured, I felt like I was far away from being the player I am. And now here it's just day to day, taking coaching, listening to coaching, making every rep count, and just staying disciplined in my approach, taking care of my body so I can be out there and honestly just competing at a high level.
Mike, how did you stay positive in this process? Because sometimes it can get the better of you guys.
Yeah, I feel like you hear that so much that you almost have to challenge yourself to stay positive. It's like if you know it's going to be challenging, you have to accept the challenge. So once you accept the challenge, then that's when you handle your business. Because, everyone knows that the process could be challenging. People could have their opinions and all that. So that's kind of what you're fighting against to that's kind of it's kind of like defeating the odds, or however you want to say it. It's just like keeping your head down and staying consistent and staying honest with yourself.
Mike, has everything pretty much gone according to plan since the November surgery? Have you been on the expected track?
For the most part, I believe everything has gone like it's supposed to go. The surgery process, it's opinion based, and sometimes people don't get things right, unfortunately. So sometimes you have to know how to pivot and respond in situations like that. But I come from a strong family. I feel like I watch my family struggle way harder than what I'm going through, and I know me being out there playing this game makes them proud. And I took a lot of pride in that. I was home rehabbing back home, and I got to see them a lot more often. And I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew I wanted to come back, and I knew I wanted to make them proud and keep a smile on their face. And I feel like I'm that shining light in my family, so I take pride in handling my business.
You mentioned opinions that are out there. Obviously, you're aware of all kinds of speculation, but since you've been here this entire offseason, is this much different than a year ago, where this is?
You got to be able to control what you control. Now we live in a world where everybody can have an opinion. It's just where the world is now. It's a lot going on, but you just got to stay focused. You got to challenge yourself to stay focused. I know what my job is. I know what my assignment is. I know my teammates need me. I know my teammates needed me last year. I wish I could have been there for them, but unfortunately, that wasn't in the plans. And now I just have to control what I can control and just dominate and take advantage of what's in front of me.
When they gave you the go-ahead this morning, like when you did the workout this morning,
yeah.
Did you take a minute to soak that in? Can you describe what that felt like at that moment after the last 2 years?
I kind of once I knew last night what I was going to have to do. So like I said, I like to handle my business. So I knew that I was going to pass that test, whether they knew it or not. And then I just treated it like I was going back out there to practice.
And obviously, Jameis is also coming off a major injury, and this is kind of your first chance to work with him as the QB1. What has that experience been like? What's that partnership like?
Football is football. Attention to detail, working on our game, staying honest with each other, correcting our mistakes fast. I play with a great Hall of Famer quarterback who set a great standard and an example. So we all know what we're capable of, and we know what's expected in this building. And I feel like knowing that that's just like the reminder, all you need. Like, I've had success in this league. I know how to create success in this league and repetition or just getting in the rhythm. So when one guy leaves, the next man steps up, it's still the same responsibility.
Now that you're back on the field, what's kind of the next big priority for you?
Just keep getting better every day and gel with the guys. Get on, stay honest with each other, compete at a high level so we can build a great team and so we can come out here and have fun on Sundays.
What do you like about Jameis's game?
Jameis, he's a competitor. He's like the ultimate competitor. He always shows up ready to work. It's like you're not going to outwork him. You're not going to deny him. And he's always has that energy. He brings that energy and passion, and you just feed off that. And I'm excited to play with him, and I'm excited to help him move the chains.
Mike, can you explain, like, this is the first time we talked to you in like 2 years. I mean,
yeah, you be always saying stuff.
What happened?
You always be writing BS. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, what happened that caused this to be a 2-year?
You got to ask the trainers and doctors about that.
Do you have any regrets about how it was handled?
Nah, no regrets. Watch me play now.
How excited are you to have Chris Olave and Jarvis?
I'm very excited. It's a blessing to have a guy like Chris Olave. Chris, I've known Chris before he got here, and it's like to have the opportunity to have a guy like that, to train with him, to kind of see him before the draft even came a year. We trained together. It's an honor. I know the culture he came from. I know the environment he came from. I know the guys that coached him. And just coming from that winning culture at Ohio State and that brotherhood and bringing another guy here like that, I know he's going to compete. So I'm blessed to have a guy like that. And to play with him, it's an honor.
Hey, Mike, just so we can put this to rest, can you explain why the off-season surgery last year didn't happen sooner? A lot of people still don't understand.
Yeah, we could put it to rest right now. It's pretty much like when you go to a doctor, you get an opinion. A doctor is going to give you an opinion. You go to 2 doctors. One person has an opinion, another person has an opinion. You have the right to pick an opinion. So if one of the opinions is you can rehab your ankle and it should be good by camp, and I've never had surgery, then I'm going to stick with that one. If that one doesn't work, then we go with the second one. And that's pretty much how it works. I don't write the opinion, I just have to pick one.
Mike, have there been major differences at all with working with Cody Burns at wide receiver coach?
Yeah, Cody's been great, tremendous. Even when I wasn't out there to like practice, I saw the drills he had, the things he was doing. Is I feel like he has really attention to details, and they'll help us get open. I love it, drills. He always finds ways to just allow you to keep working on your game, and that's kind of what I like to do, is just enhance my game, improve it, and challenge myself with different things. So he's very creative, and he's a grinder too, and he's been great.
Like, when did you know that training camp day one was realistic, and just how did it feel to make that first catch in practice?
I mean, I know that, everybody in this building wants me to be out there. I know that, that's, they, like, I was always trying to get out there. It was just like a matter of time when, and I don't know, it's still kind of like, I still kind of have a lot to say, but it's just like, I'm out here now and I'm ready to keep getting better and improving my game.
Are there any particular misperceptions that you want to clear up that
Nah,
are standing out above others? Or?
Nah, it's just like, the opinion thing, and then also when you get surgeries, it's not really in your hands. You're not the surgeon, you're not performing it, you're not the person. You just have to trust it and hope that the person does the right job, and then you'll be able to be out there. But like I said, control what you can control, and that's what I've been trying to do and make the best of. But outside of that, it's just some things you can't control, some things out of your control, and sometimes you get dealt a bad hand. But everybody loves it. Somebody that comes back from adversity. I feel like a lot of people in this world can learn from that. I feel like a lot of people, it's better to have some adversity, to not have some adversity, just to show how you respond. I think it shows a lot of character. It shows the type of man you are. And I accepted it, and I love playing football, so this is what it is, and I'm back out here, and now every day I just have to look in the mirror and ask myself, am I getting better every day?
You
Michael,
said you talked to people like Travis Kelce, you've talked to doctors and everything. How confident are you that when you're back, you can be back as good as ever?
Yeah, I'm very confident. I'm very confident. I mean, even the year that I played, I was playing injured, and I was still kind of helping this team, win games and move the chains. And I was literally on one ankle. My ankle was the same as when I was, when I had to go get the surgery. It was the same injury already early on in the season that I played on it. So pushed through that, and I'm just happy to be trending now in the right direction and handling my business.
Do you actually feel better today than you felt since week
100%,
one of
100%.
Did you follow Cooper Cup's season at all last year?
Yeah.
And what did you think of it? And did you use that as an motivation, or how are you feeling about the drawing numbers?
Yeah,
goals?
Cooper Cup, he did tremendous last year, and he finished the mission. That's at the end of the day, that's what you want to do. You want to come out there, you want to compete at a high level, you want to put up numbers, but you also want to help your team win, and then you want to make the big plays in the big game. And I mean, he definitely led by example, and that's how you're supposed to handle your business. So much credit to him, much respect to him.
Michael, what is your assessment of the wide receiver room like last year compared to where you're at right now?
Tremendous. Even the guys from last year, they love improving, they love getting better. And then to add a guy like Jarvis, Chris, all the young bucks, they come to work every day and they come with a chip on their shoulder and they're ready to compete. And I feel like the credit to the front office for bringing in a talented group to come in here, and just now we just have to work every day, stay honest with ourselves, and make our plays.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.